Hello one and all, and welcome back to the Chelsea FC Save with me, Frew FM. It's episode 22, and today we're going to take on Arsenal. So interestingly, Arsenal's manager is actually Antonio Conte, who we obviously replaced as manager when we took over. So obviously in this game he's still the manager, so that's interesting. So just to catch you up on proceedings after the valiant 1-0 win against Manchester City, we played Atalanta in the Europa League, and obviously we were already through, so I rotated the squad heavily. Played a lot of youngsters. We scraped a 3-2 win in the last minute with, obviously you can see Fernando Torres bagged himself a brace, as he does. Then we played Reading, thoroughly deserved 3-0 win. We were excellent in this game, could have been more. Morata, Fekir Pen and Willian with the goals. Then we played Southampton and Huddersfield, and these two games, honestly, we dominated from start to finish, but it's just sometimes I think when Football Manager decides that you need to stop winning games, you just stop winning them. And I mean, look at the stats. The stats speak for themselves. Nabil Fekir had a really solid game. We just didn't put our chances away, which I'm pretty sure Alvaro Morata in both games missed a couple of clear-cut chances. So when things like that happen, there's not much you can do. He's a top-class striker. He shouldn't be missing those kinds of opportunities. But he did. He did actually score in this game, but then had a really poor game after about the 19th minute. Just went missing in there for the rest of the game. It's not that he went missing. It's that he got chances and missed them all. And some of them from like point blank range. Again, take a look at the stats. We were much the dominant side. They don't even tell the full story because we had about 5 or 6 clear-cut chances. So you know the drill. This is the team we're going to go with against Arsenal. It's Emerson, Christensen, Delete and Azpilicueta at the back with Courtois in goal. Jorginho, Fekir and Kante as the 3 midfielders in that core of the midfield. Pedro, Willian and Morata as the attacking line. As usually is, let's get into the game. So Arsenal seems to have gone with a very defensive formation. The only thing I'm quite concerned about is the fact that we play a slightly higher line and Aubameyang's pace over the top is going to be deadly. So I think I'll assertively say something about the fans. Yeah. Fans, they love it. They love it when it's fans and it's a bit of a London derby. We can all get motivated by that. So very good team. We're going to put a dent in their aspirations. Let's go then. So Aubameyang gets us underway. Mkhitaryan and Monreal play it between themselves as the kick-off highlight continues, and there we are. So yeah, I mean, I think just a quick bit of news to catch you up on as well is that we've actually sorry, I'll just get the league table up there. Is that we've actually the Europa League draw has taken place and we have got Basel, so that fairly kind draw to be honest in the round of 32. So here we go with the first highlight of the game. Here's El Neni, Mkhitaryan, and that ball over the top to Aubameyang, and he has scored, and that was what I was worried about. It's materialised, and I didn't do anything about it, and here we are 1-0 down, so I am just going to drop that down, because they will be on counter. I'm just going to drop that to normal. We've got a free kick though, is Kante. Kante, what a goal from N'Golo Kante. I'm not sure he gets too many of them from distance, but what an absolute strike, and he levels it up for us. It's 1-1. So Fekir just plays it to Kante, picks it up, drifts past number 31 there, I think that might be Kolasinac, and he just absolutely bashes it into the, yes we will proceed with the tactical changes, but bashes it into the top corner from about 25 yards. Excellent from N'Golo Kante. So we need to be making sure we get a decent result here. I mean, we've drawn 2 games in a row now. The game's going pretty well. We are dominating the ball, having a few more shots than they are. They seem to be breaking up the game quite well. But yeah, it seems a bit of a stalemate so far. So we're going to say we are disappointed with the team's performance because it always fires them up, so we'll get them raring to go for the second half as Zadas comes on for Mkhitaryan, who picked up a knock in the first half. So Kante with it then off the kick-off, and Willian picks it up, crosses it in, Koscielny away. Jorginho, is it going to continue? Emerson? No. So we've got our first highlight of the second half is Jorginho. Kante again, he just loves it. He's just absolutely loving that Mazzala role. 60 minutes gone then, nothing really happened. I think we're going to have to change things up a little bit. Morata's not having a good game. He's gone off the boil completely over the last few games. So we're going to get Justin Kluivert on, and we're actually going to get Tammy Abraham on as the striker to see what we can do. We won't actually take Pedro off just because I don't really have much faith in Justin Kluivert as yet. So I'm just going to swap those over just for the time being. And see if that can make a difference. We've got a throw-in. Azpilicueta does give it to Pedro, nods it on. Jorginho. Abraham scores! And it's 2-1 to Chelsea. That bit of tactical genius, just bringing Tammy Abraham on there. It wasn't really tactical genius. Morata was just having a poor game. Tammy Abraham's been pushing to get in the squad. I put him on the bench for Torres, and these things just happen that way. And he's picked himself up a really good position there. Really good pass from Jorginho, who found him well. And 2-1. I've got another highlight. It looks to be us with the highlight though. Jorginho, Emerson, Willian. That little switch as well from wing to wing for those two guys. Pedro seems to have worked wonders. Pedro, Abraham's there again, and he goes close again. He's made a difference since he's came on. The Arsenal strikers just haven't known what to do. So we're going to bring on Cesc Fabregas for a bit of. I was going to tell him to support now for a bit of experience in there, and we will get Pedro off now. Switch Willian back there and get Cliver on. So it's 2-1. We haven't closed out games in the last couple of games, so we need to be just wary of Arsenal coming back into it right at the death. So I think we just need to nullify the game potentially a little bit. We'll just give it a pause. We can't make any substitutions to waste a bit of time, but what we can do is we can go. We don't need to do that. We don't need to close down. And we can take that off. And just go to the counter. See if that works. There's enough time for a highlight here. Fabregas, Kluivert, don't lose it. He's lost it. We can't do this twice. What a tackle from Jorginho. Absolutely fantastic crunch and tackle there. Courtois plays it out to Emerson. Emerson to Jorginho. Don't lose the ball, guys. Fabregas, loads of space for Conte. Just take it into the space, Conte. Play it into Willian. There we go. Take it into the corner, son. No, he's going to cross it in for Tammy Abraham again. And Tammy Abraham has got himself a brace in about half an hour's play. Absolutely fantastic from the young man. Again, though, it's Willian down that side, and I mean, he's just. There are no words to describe how Willian's season and on this save's gone in general, really. He's just been brilliant. So Abraham nods in the second of the game, and we close the game out. It's 3-1. I think Tammy Abraham is certainly pushing for a start in his next game. Abraham now comes forward with it for the end highlight. Willian. That's just drifted past it, making mugs out of people. But yeah, we deserve our win. It was 3-1, 10 shots there, 4 on target, scored 3 of them. Lovely old job. Passionately say, very happy with the result and the way you played. Leave the match. Boom. Oh yeah, one bit of news that I forgot to catch you up on was the fact that we've actually made a signing. So, future transfers. Yeah, Denis Suarez is coming in for 11.5 million to provide some proper backup for Pedro. I don't feel like Justin Kluivert's ready. So, you know, you can see scouts really rate him. Just excellent stats, really. His technicals are through the roof. Really good mentals. Not bad physicals. They're a bit low, bit on the low side, but I think he'll do really well. So he's going to, you know, come off this inside forward role that Pedro currently occupies. Just to give him a bit of respite, really. And I mean, we could play him on the right hand side if needs be, but you know, he's mostly coming in for cover for Pedro. So N'Golo Kante, player of the match performance with a 9 rating, absolutely brilliant from the little man. He went off the boil a little bit, and I actually replaced him with Barkley, but he seems to have stepped up his game. I mean, he was maybe a bit complacent that he thought he wasn't going to lose his place in the squad, but that seems to have booked his ideas up. So this is where that result leaves us in terms of the Premier League table then. So we're still 5 points ahead of Manchester City. They also won against Huddersfield today. So yeah, 5 points clear. I'm happy with that. We're almost halfway through the season. Things are going well. So next we take on Crystal Palace and Everton in the Premier League, which are two at home, which are two very winnable games. We should be winning those, really. And also the game against Wolves, we should be winning. At home against Liverpool, I would expect us to win. We've beat Arsenal and Manchester City at home already, so I would expect us to win that game as well. And then obviously West Brom, Hull, Manchester United, Newcastle, Tottenham. I think what we'll do, because Tottenham are third and we've got a European game, what I'll do is I'll play the Tottenham and the Basel away leg. If the Basel game isn't done and dusted, I'll come back for the next leg and play Basel and Leicester. But yeah, just the one game today. Obviously I wanted to just tie things up quite quickly. and I want to try and get through the season, so obviously that's why I'm going to come back for the Tottenham and Basel game. But that brings us to the end of the episode. Thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please do leave a like, comment or subscribe. I will be most humbled. Thanks again for watching now. Bye bye.